إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. All praise belongs to Allah. We praise Him and we seek His guidance and His forgiveness. We seek protection of Allah from the evil of our own selves and our own bad actions. Because whenever Allah guides, no one can misguide. Whenever Allah leaves to go astray, no one can guide them quickly. I bear witness and testify that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah alone, without any partners, that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was His servant and messenger. O people, know that Allah has created us from a single soul, created from its mate, created from the many men, many nations, and many tribes, that they may get to know one another. Know that the best amongst us in the sight of Allah are those with the most God consciousness. O you believe, fear Allah and always speak the truth, that He may improve your affairs, that He may forgive your sins, and whoever obeys Allah and His messenger, surely already attained a great success. O you believe, fear Allah, and die and accept and state of full submission to Him. Patience. Patience is almost a lost art, in the sense that's rarely recommended, suggested, or implied in the content that we consume on a daily basis. Besides the Imam, the scholar, the Da'i, the so on that we follow, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc. Besides those handful of people, we're not getting the message of patience almost anywhere else. We get, look what's going on here. Like, can you believe they did that again? You know what? They are the enemy. You know what? That's unacceptable. You know what? That's an injustice. You know what? These poor people are dying. You know what? There's poverty. All that is true. Yes, the media needs to cover injustices and oppression all over the world, and poverty and homelessness, and we should be aware of these social, economic, and political realities. We should be woke, so to say. But that message isn't complete. If you were an expert and you had all the statistics and all the knowledge and all the facts on every injustice and every act of oppression and every corrupt institution and every, evil organization and every greedy corporation around the world, if you had all of that, and nobody does, but let's say you had all of that, that wouldn't guarantee that you'd live a meaningful life. For a number of reasons. One is information on its own isn't enough. Statistics on their own are not enough. It's about the worldview that you use to filter all that data. Many people know the same fact and they act in different ways. And your actions matter more. Or your actions are what you're going to be judged upon. Knowledge is a prerequisite to action. Knowledge is important, but in the end, you're accountable for your actions. And remember, it's information, knowledge, wisdom. So information on its own, not knowledge. Right? Without a filter, without a worldview, without a way to connect the dots. And then wisdom is after applying and putting it into action over years. You have experiences. You've learned and you've changed and you've adapted and you've tried and you've failed. You gain wisdom. So let's separate the three and recognize the difference, not confuse them. Us as young people, us millennials, 20-year-olds, teens, preteens, anyone with access to the internet and who's been on the internet for years, has more information at their disposal, has more information at their fingertips than anyone in human history, which is powerful, which can be beneficial, but it's not the whole picture, and it's not enough in and of itself.